Hello everyone, hope you're well today. We're still here, aren't we? We still got our ability to think critically. So let's roll with it. So we've had a lot of distractions. Distractions are actions, right? Performed by actors. So actors are distracting us. Okay? Actors are distracting us. They don't want us to reach critical mass. So they might employ all kinds of effects, tricks of the eye, so that you think that you have to comply with a lie. Let's be honest. You say you saw this woman, we could do an experiment. You could send this woman out on the street screaming, and 99%, or if not 100, would think that's genuinely something wrong with the lady and she's been attacked. But as you can see, this is a photo from the Makeup Academy. So that's all fake, even though it looks very, very real. Yeah? This is very real. So I don't really know why Brigadier in his army uniform is telling us about CV tests. I think, I'm not really down with that, I'll be honest with you. I don't know why they're the spokespeople for it. I mean, are they medically trained now? Can they be soldiers and doctors? I mean, I don't know. Why are they the spokesperson? So, Rishi Sunak refuses to say if he will profit from the CVVACCINE. Rishi refuses to tell us if he's going to profit from the COVIDVACCINE. So my ideas on that would be, if he wasn't, he would just come out and say, so he is, but he doesn't want to say because it's bad press for him. A bad time when they're trying to literally push this everywhere they can. So yeah, my guess would be that old Rishi's going to make a bit of a nice little lump sum from all this, just like a lot of others do, which we haven't even discussed. Yeah. So I wouldn't say I like. The approach is very interesting. New technology is helping isolating parents see their newborn children. So they're saying, right, technology is good for us because it means that even when you're self-isolating, you can still see your newborn kid. Well, you should be able to anyway, because I don't believe in any of this. Alright? So, yeah, they're just framing it like the technology is helping isolating parents see their newborn children. They're not looking into should they be able to, yeah? So, I'll just read you a little bit here. CV restrictions meant that the couple could not visit the ward regularly or as often as they would like. It was hard because you couldn't kiss your baby without a mask on, so we didn't touch them skin to skin or even kiss them until they came home. Oh, come on now, man. Come on, this is your flesh and blood. No one can tell you what to do with it. Even if you were wearing a mask, yeah, which, is up to you. I don't, but put it down and kiss the baby, for goodness sake. So, yeah, I hope this isn't the future where you don't even get to see your baby born and be in the room or whatever. It's just, come on now. St John's Ambulance has confirmed it has been approached to potentially train up volunteers to administer a CV vaccine. Now, where have you ever really heard about this before? Yeah, where they're actually training people to give the VACCINE. It's just insane the lengths they're going to. It shows you that they want to mass do it. But, you know, it doesn't matter who they train to do it. If we don't want it, we don't want it. I'm sorry. We get to say what goes in our body, nobody else. Do you agree with that? That we get to say what goes in our body, no one else? Yeah. So, like I said, you know, St. John Ambulance to train thousands of volunteers to administer jab. And to be honest with you, I didn't look at the news for a couple of days, and I knew it would all be like this, right? I knew it would all be about the VACCINE. Yeah, the new one that they brought out, and then they talk about the one in America and all this, and it's just always the same. So it says here, sharp rise in children investigated over far-right links, including youngsters under 10. So I don't know what they're trying to tell you with this, trying to warn you that we're headed for a generation of potential civil war. I mean, I don't know what they want to do pushing this story, to be honest with you, but all it can do is make people in fear and concerned, no? Knobhead Johnson tests negative, but will do Prime Minister's questions remotely as he continues to self-isolate. God, I can't stand it. Whenever he's supposedly ill, all they do, I've said this before, is they ruffle his hair a bit and stick him in front of a camera. I haven't looked at the video. I can't physically look at videos of him because he makes me want to vomit. It's almost like Pavlov is his son or something. Do you know what? Do you know what? God knows. Self-isolating PM to wallop CV into submission. He always uses like the most stupid words, and they just make out like he's some jolly sort of rogue, sort of happy chappy. You're not. You're a dick, and you're residing over the country, being put into lockdown, which will cause many people to lose jobs and many people to deteriorate health-wise, physically and mentally. So you're not a jolly character, you're an arsehole. Is England heading for 4 tiers after lockdown ends with still no mixing indoors, pubs to stay shut and a 9 p.m. alcohol curfew? Minister warns tougher restrictions will be needed to save Christmas. Oh, shut up. You can almost imagine, like, on TV they'd be going with adverts, save Christmas, and then on Christmas adverts saying, yeah, you saved Christmas, well done. Oh, shut up. We do what we want to do. You don't tell us what to do. We celebrate, we mourn, you don't control our emotions. Do you understand that? That's why you have your robots. Now you go and play with your robots. You don't play with us anymore, okay? EasyJet loses 1.2 billion due to CV pandemic, the first ever annual loss in its 25-year history. But now bookings are up 50% since the Pfizer VACCINE was announced. So this is a brilliant headline for them, because they get to say, oh, look, they're losing money because of the pandemic. Oh, but look, now it's getting better now because of the VACCINE. Yay, rejoice, rejoice. You can all go on holiday to Ibiza now and Magaluf and have too much to drink. Because we have the VACCINE. Brilliant. Yeah. The French national lockdown is set to be extended beyond the original date of December the 2nd, despite the government saying that the CV had peaked. Right? So like we've been saying, even it's a win-win for them, because if it clears up, they say, yeah, we're doing a good job. If it doesn't clear up, they say we need to carry on. So either way they carry on. It's a win-win. You see what I'm saying? Slow motion this side, like Ralph says. It's a win-win, because if the cases go up, they can say we need to stay in lockdown. If they go down, they can say it's working, so we need to stay in lockdown. Okay? So, like I said, in France, national lockdown imposed on October the 30th was due to run until December the 2nd. But the health minister confirmed today that he could no longer commit to that date. Ah, bless him. He can't commit to that date. Load of rubbish. You know what you're doing. You've got it planned. Everything's planned. No coincidences. Everything is planned and scheduled. Yeah? I remember months and months ago, one of the first few videos I made about CV, and the thumbnail was of soldiers outside, right by the Eiffel Tower, and it was very iconic, but it just showed you straight away, okay, they're trying to show you that they mean business now, that something serious is happening. Yeah, months and months and months and months ago, they were soldiers outside in Paris, right by the Eiffel Tower. Soldiers. This is a bit crazy. This is a bit crazy. China used secret microwave pulse weapon to cook Indian soldiers alive and force them into retreat in the Himalayan border battle. So, electromagnetic weapon which cooked the human tissue of enemy troops turned the mountain tops into a microwave oven and made the Indian soldiers vomit. So, international studies expert Yin Kanrong told his students, and he held the Chinese forces for beautifully executing the move which cleared out Indian troops without violating a ban on gunfire along the disputed mountain border. So because they're not allowed to use guns, they use these microwave pulse weapon. Now, a lot of people say that 5G is connected to these microwave weapons. So, you know, are they testing it out to then test out on a bigger group of people, let's say? Yeah. And then it shows you a diagram of how it, yeah, this is what they were calling it before. Active denial system. So they basically want to send people away from an area, so they fry the insides of them so that they feel like they're cooking alive. Yeah. But, you know, they're allowed to do this by law, apparently. Yeah. People living in Scotland's toughest tiers will be arrested if they try to leave. Nicholas Sturgeon makes it illegal to travel outside level 3 and 4 areas as she plunges 2.3 million people into toughest restrictions. Excuse me. So there you go. That's what I hate when they start restricting travel, because it means that if people don't live near their family and they need to travel to see their family, they wouldn't be allowed to. And I don't see how, as human beings, you can tell another human being when they can see their own flesh and blood. If there's a risk, the risk is up to them. You can't have it both ways. You can't say there's a risk of spreading the virus and then let people be exempt. And anyone can be exempt. All you've got to do is have a situation, a circumstance, or a disability that would cause you to have stress to put one on. So that's very, 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 very broad. So literally everyone could say that. Everyone. So literally what they're telling you right now is you don't need to wear one. That's what that means, okay? If they're giving you the ability to say you're exempt for such broad reasons, it basically means you shouldn't and don't need to wear one, okay? So yeah, lots of distractions from actors, acting, distracting, okay? Now we can't let them do this. We got to just show people who they are and move on, because things are happening around us while we're getting distracted by the actors distractions, yeah? And just to leave it at this, Pavlov, right? Me personally, yeah. If I had been beaten up, I wouldn't be making videos laughing about it, putting emojis of fists and punches and laughing emojis and saying Pavlov finally gets beaten up with you laughing and then laughing emoji. It just make your mind up. It's either a traumatic situation or it's something that you're trying to get fame from, or you're trying to push an agenda, or the people who control you are trying to push an agenda. So like I said, in summary, if I did get attacked brutally like you have said that you did, I wouldn't be making videos mocking the fact that I did, like you have here. Yeah, like I said, you either got brutally beaten up and it's a traumatic situation, or you didn't. Yeah, and the fact that you're mocking it and saying Pavlov finally gets beaten up, wrecked, haha, and then smiling, laughing emojis with punches. It's just very strange, mate. Very strange. But then you are someone who supposedly wrote a book called The Devil's Game. With some really weird drawings in it, mate. Really weird drawings. Oh, hello, Ducky. But yeah, man. It's all getting a bit real, isn't it? Yeah, with all this VACCINE that they're pushing, okay? But we know we don't want it. We know that we might have to have our own communities away from the system. So be it. So be it. Fate is fate. But yeah, here you got Haikuku, who was riding around, shouting at policemen. It made a bit of a spectacle of himself. Now, the thing about this guy, says a lot of truth, but I just personally feel like he's the allotted person, the assigned person to be the so-called truther around that area. Do you see what I mean? And here you got Mr. P, Pasty Pavlov, coming to stand next to his mate, Subject Access. Yeah. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. But yeah, everyone, I'm gonna go now. Thanks for all the support you've given me, even when I'm getting my videos attacked because they're too near the truth. I appreciate your support, so thank you so much for everyone's help. And I'm going to leave it with this one here, right? CV19, police to stop issuing 10 grand super fines over concerns they can be challenged in court. Of course they can, because it's all a load of rubbish. So they probably found out they couldn't do it and they would actually get sued or something if they tried. So just remember that. Even the guidelines that they supposedly push, they can't even enforce. So they're saying here, police to stop issuing 10 grand super fines over concerns they can be challenged in court. In other words, they do not have a leg to stand on. So that should be a very big positive for all of you listening right now. That they don't want to fine people because they're scared that they will get sued in court. So does that not mean that we're on the right side? Of course it bloody well does. So be proud of that. Be proud of, through hardships and pain and just good honest spirit, we're on the right side at the moment, okay? We're on the right side. And even though we've got actors distracting and putting distractions, acting, we have to remain focused. Alright? So, unite the people to fight the evil. No new normal. This has been Overkill, and we are over and out. Peace.